the attorney that is representing these 841 women, or at least that's how many it feels like, I believe there are 7 lawsuits that have now been filed
Yes.
Against Deshaun Watson. The attorney that is representing these masseurs who are alleging sexual misconduct at best. One masseuse yesterday said that Deshaun Watson forced her to perform oral sex on him and, quote, released and then got in the shower and left, and she wound up, how shall I say, defecating herself out of fear because of who he was and who she is. She is now one of the 7 that have filed a lawsuit. These are nasty, ugly, awful allegations that I don't care who you are. But when you are a young, rich quarterback in the NFL, these are going to cripple you.
Yeah.
And I look at some of these text messages, and these are terrifying to me because they make it seem a lot more believable. Deshaun Watson sent one of the women a text message that said, "Sorry about you feeling uncomfortable. Never were the intentions. LMK, let me know. If you want to work in the future, my apologies." Now, on its face, that's not a terrible text. But when you start realizing that these women are accusing Deshaun Watson of sexually assaulting them, and he's sending apologetic text messages, that tells you he has a guilty conscience. Mm-hmm. Or maybe I'm reading too much into that.
Yeah, well, I always preface these conversations by saying there's no proof that he actually did anything. We're just we're speculating at this point. But I think the problem now is that it's not just 1 or 2 people, right? We're approaching double-digit figures here.
This attorney represents 9 women who have come forward to accuse Deshaun. Now, and listen, I had a huge Twitter go-round yesterday with about 10 people who were all saying, "Oh, innocent until proven guilty. We have rights in this country." Fuck that. You don't have rights in this country. When 9 women come forward with really similar but different stories, the burden of proof now switches to Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter what the law says. Okay, let's just be really clear about that. Oh, it's cool. Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're innocent until proven guilty. Tell me how that's helping Deshaun Watson right now. Because if you want to talk about helping Deshaun Watson, why did you not criminally file these charges? Why did these 9 women not go to the police or the authorities? Well, there's 2 sides to that coin. One, they're in an industry that already has sexual overtones. 1. 2, there is not a whole lot of believability when you're a woman and you're a masseuse and you've flown from Atlanta to Houston. That already is going to put benefit of the doubt against you. And 3, you got to go to a bunch of men in power and say, "Hey, this guy that I know that you look up to, Deshaun Watson, the quarterback of your favorite NFL team, this guy you look up to made me give him, a rub and tug. I want to press charges." Do you know how intimidating that would be for a young woman to do that? Like, that would be really difficult.
Yeah.
And then I put myself in Deshaun Watson's shoes, and I say, okay, wait, you're saying that I forced you to service me orally, you forced me to give you a blowjob.
Uh-huh.
That's sexual assault, sodomy, like all this stuff.
Yeah.
Like forced, like he held her, she's claiming he held her against her will.
Yeah.
Like false imprisonment.
Yeah.
So let me get this right. Sodomy, sexual assault, false imprisonment, and you didn't go to the cops? And all of a sudden, when I'm a guy that's trying to get the Houston Texans to trade me, because I don't want to be here, you just happen to hook up with the attorney who was best friends with the racist dead owner of the Houston Texans, who now has 9 women, and none of them are criminal charges, they're civil. And you're making my life incredibly difficult. If you are to believe Deshaun Watson, I'm saying, you're making my life incredibly difficult. The NFL is now investigating this, so it's going to cost you money. Deshaun is going to cost him money.
Yeah.
His reputation is forever ruined. And you really don't have any evidence that any of this happened other than your word. This is a no-win situation.
Yep.
Can we just make that really clear? Not to interrupt you, but
Yeah.
my point is this.
Yeah.
These women are forever stained by this. They are forever tarnished. They are forever damaged by this. They're in an industry where if a man calls a woman to give him a massage, there's automatically a belief and an inference that there should be sex involved. Automatically. That's just how our society sadly works. And then when there's not sex involved, Deshaun Watson would not pay you the full fee because allegedly he didn't get what he was looking for. It's a no-win situation for these women. Let's assume Deshaun Watson's innocent.
Right.
Now what? Like you are never going to recover from this. You will never recover your endorsement dollars. You will never recover your reputation. You are dating one of the hottest women on Instagram. That's probably going to go away now.
Yeah.
Any hope that you had of getting out of Houston is probably going away now. And any hope that you had of probably playing this upcoming season is probably gone away now.
Right.
So he's lost his livelihood. He's lost his reputation.
Yeah.
He's probably going to lose millions of dollars because the only way out of this for him is to buy out. And if he buys out, everybody assumes he's guilty.
Yeah.
Like, who's the winner here?
Yeah, there's not a winner, but this is the price you pay if you're Deshaun Watson, which is why I don't feel sorry for you. I mean, this is the price you pay.
You made some really foolish decisions.
You should never be in a room alone with a woman when you have that kind of money, that kind of influence, that kind of stature. It's just not good business.
I don't understand what he was doing. And by the way, and I'm not trying to be judgmental, but here, let me be judgmental. Ask yourself this question. You're a 20-somethings young black man with lots of money. Forget that you're a professional athlete. This goes for lawyers, realtors, you name it. You're a young black man, lots of money. You have an incredibly beautiful, intelligent woman that you're dating because she is, I mean, by all accounts, she is a stellar girlfriend.
Yeah.
So you put yourself alone in a hotel suite with a masseuse. And I'll just stop right there. What was the upside? Did you think that you were going to just get a massage and you were not going to be a target?
Yeah.
That's not realistic.
By the way, tell me if I'm wrong on this because you know better than I do, but don't they have access to all this as an NFL player? Like
they do.
Doesn't that come as part of being a player?
Well, this is the off season.
Right.
But a lot of this was alleged to have happened during the season.
Yeah, if you look at the dates on the text.
Yeah, these are like October, November, December text messages.
Yeah.
The last most recent accusation is December of 2020.
Yeah.
4 months ago.
Yeah.
This guy, Deshaun Watson's not terribly bright, apparently. And again, I just say, where's your no guy?
Doesn't have one, clearly.
You must be kidding me. And this is what I always say, like, if you're a famous guy, look at Karl Anthony Towns. I don't know how many people saw this. Karl Anthony Towns is dating a famous woman. He is she's an actress.
Yeah.
And Karl Anthony Towns is an NBA stud, right? Karl Anthony Towns.
He is.
Karl Anthony Towns got outed. He's dating Jordan Woods, the singer-actress.
Yeah.
Karl Anthony Towns got outed by a woman that he was cheating on Jordan Woods with. He was waiting, like in the text messages with this woman, he is saying to her, quote unquote, she has to be in LA for a project. I'll fly you out Thursday when she leaves. The mistress asks, how's your wrist? And he says, well, it's still fucked, but, I could use your help with that. And he's sending her eggplant emojis. And talking about, sexual acts with her. Like, at what point does it become enough? Now, is there going to be real repercussions for this for Karl Anthony Towns? Probably not.
No, mainly because the mistress wanted to be there.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Our culture will laud him and applaud him and talk about how much of a hero he is. Because, he's Karl Anthony Towns, he's getting that ass. Of course he is. Like, that's like almost a feather in your cap.
Right.
And again, I just say this is what leads to issues for these guys. People don't say no to them. People don't keep it real with them. It's why Deshaun Watson's in this place. So let me ask you, what should the NFL do here? Because if I'm the National Football League, he is not to be at a facility. These are serious allegations.
But I also think, like, I don't disagree with you. Like, they are extremely serious allegations. But if you're the NFL, like, how do you draw the line? Because these are serious allegations.
What is he alleged to have done? Mm-hmm. Here's how you draw the line.
Yeah,
he's alleged to have perpetrated violent activity against women.
Mm-hmm.
He is alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman, forcing her to give him oral sex. He is alleged to have held multiple women against their will in a hotel room. These are allegations that, A, are of a sexual nature. The women deserve to be heard. And frankly, the women deserve the benefit of the doubt. I think if you're the National Football League, you have to say to Deshaun Watson and the Texans, we're going to take a break and we're going to investigate this. And until we're done with our investigation, you need to stay away.
Yep.
Deshaun, we can't have you at the facility. Think about Aaron Hernandez.
Well, yeah.
But think about where that started.
Yeah.
Well, Aaron Hernandez isn't going to kill anybody.
Well, yeah.
What do you mean he's a gang member? He didn't commit double murder.
Look, I'm not saying that Deshaun deserves the benefit of the doubt. I'm just saying that I think that we just have to be mindful of how far we go before we actually know someone's guilty. So,
but I'm not saying to suspend him or take his money.
I know. I'm not saying you're wrong. Hear me clearly. I'm not saying I disagree with you. But what I am saying is it goes from, hey, stay away from the facility to unpaid suspension real quick. And so I think we just have to be mindful of that. Again, I will say 9 women have come out, same story, different details. It looks like he did this. Like, everything points to Deshaun did this. But again, that's not good enough in our country. It's not good enough to say, oh, well, he did this, but there's no actual video. There's nothing. There's nothing that exists to our knowledge that shows he actually did this.
Brandon Whiteside says, well, they're flying across the country to give a quote-unquote massage. Seriously, what happened to personal responsibility? How would they have any idea that they were flying across the country to get sexually assaulted? Like, this is, and I guess this is part of this conversation.
And I've seen this a lot. This is not a rare thing.
Should they have believed that sex was going to be involved? Should these women, like this woman that he flew from Atlanta to Houston, should she have said, well, he's flying me in, I'm probably going to have sex with him?
I don't think so.
No, the answer is no.
No.
The answer is no. She had every right to believe that based on their Instagram messages that we've read, because they're public, he never intimated or hinted that there would be sex involved. He didn't ask for sex. He didn't ask for, a quote-unquote happy ending. None of that. He said, I need help. I need service on my groin, my glutes, and my Achilles tendon.
Yeah.
That's what he said to this girl from Atlanta who flew into Houston. Our problem is that we all fantasize about massage because, and again, not to draw too many conclusions, this is where pornography comes in. We have these unreal expectations that because we're getting a massage from a woman that I can be nude on a table because that's what's in the movies.
Right.
But it doesn't work like that. And you should not assume that because she's flying from Atlanta to Houston, that she's going to give you a BJ or she's going to give you a hand job or you're going to have sex with her.
Uh-huh.
And this is the other problem that massage people have. Massage professionals, I've actually had this conversation because working at Yelp, I talked to them.
Yeah.
Massage professionals are always assumed to be sex workers.
Right.
And that's just not the case. That's not the case. There's no reason, Brandon, with all due respect, there's no reason to think that because she flew across the country and she's a woman and she's got, boobs and a vagina, that she's going to have sex with you.
Yeah.
That's the problem. in this country.
Look, this whole thing is crazy. It's absolutely insane. This has very much come out of nowhere, and I think that it's really unfortunate because I agree with you. His reputation definitely is done. I mean, it's over. You're never coming back from this in terms of reputation. This will always be on your record no matter what ends up happening. And I think that as a player, yes, he'll be able to move on from this at some point because if Kareem's able to move on and all these other dudes are able to move on, then he'll be able to move on.
And again, this is a civil action.
Yeah.
This is not criminal.
Yeah. So, I don't know, man. I just think that, it's really unfortunate.
Sean says 1 or 2, I would say it's about money, but 9 of them has to be telling the truth.
There's some truth
but
to
9,
it.
one of them has to be telling the truth.
There's some truth to it. On some level, there is truth to it. It just depends on what's truth and what's fabricated, what's truth and what's exaggeration. And the problem is we'll never know because, again, there's no proof.
Yep. Robert says it's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. These women are trying to ruin his life. Is the lawyer paying these women any money? That's the question I have. But again, why do I understand this angle of it? Okay, this angle of it. I don't understand. Well, she's a woman. She flew across the country. She should have sex with him. That should be the minimum bar. I don't understand that way of thinking. Mm-hmm. I want to explain again that this lawyer Busby was the neighbor of Bob McNair, the former owner of the Texans, who likened NFL players to inmates who think they're running the prison. Bob McNair. That Bob McNair. This guy was one of his closest friends. The quarterback for the Texans is demanding a trade and refusing to play for you, and all of a sudden Bob McNair's, former best friend has 9 women that are accusing you of sexual assault. Okay, that seems a little hokey to me.
Yeah.
That seems a little hokey to me.
Yeah.
But again, what I will say about this is, well, there's got to be evidence, right?
Yeah.
And there's evidence. There's plane tickets, there's credit card receipts, there's text
but
messages.
There's not evidence of sexual assault.
No, but they don't need evidence of sexual assault. That's the thing that I also think needs to be said.
Yeah.
If they had videotape of Deshaun Watson forcing a woman to give him a BJ, he'd be in prison right now.
Yeah.
All they need is enough evidence to destroy his reputation.
Yeah. Yeah.
All they need is enough evidence to force him to cut checks.
Yeah.
All they need is enough evidence to make Deshaun Watson's life miserable, and that's why I'm not saying he's 100% guilty of anything. Mm-hmm. But there's enough smoke here to make you think that there's a big fire coming.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
He's guilty of being an idiot. That's what he's guilty of.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people commenting on this. I think I'm just going to leave it here. If you want to read the comments, feel free. How do I say this tactfully? I'm tired of this idea that women are here for sex and cooking steaks. And until we get past that as men, we're going to wind up in situations like Deshaun Watson's in.